3, 2, 1.
It's morphin' time!
Welcome to the Tokusatsu Corner with your hosts, NyankyouGrave989, Nightshadow4, and Zeromaster. It's space time, so let's morph in to the Tokusatsu Corner.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Tokusatsu Corner, your weekly dose of Tokusatsu. What's up? I'm NyankyouGrave989, and with me as always are...
Nightshade, what's up everyone?
And Zeromaster, what's going on?
And welcome to this week's episode of the Tokusatsu Corner. Yeah, how have y'all been? It's been a week since we last talked.
Like it always is.
Alright.
Pretty good, got a lot of hours this week. So, I'm good.
Actually, I had something interesting happen to me on Tuesday.
What was that?
There's a stream that I was watching, and they were giving away a copy of Bulletstorm to the 360, and the question was a Power Rangers question, and the question was like, why did the original 3 Red, Black, and Yellow Rangers leave? And it was because of that peace conference, or whatever shit they came up with.
Peace conference bullshit.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I got this! Bam! Gonna get me a copy of Bulletstorm.
Sweet.
Yeah. See, kids?
Nice one, man.
See, kids, Tokusatsu can be good for you.
I still think...
Better than that pony shit.
Hey!
What?
Pinkie Pie's best pony. Anyway.
They're all fucking stupid, but whatever. Anyways, we're talking about Toku, not ponies.
I still think they should have kept the Black Ranger black and the Yellow Ranger Asian.
That's Nightshade for you, the drunken racist.
Speaking of which, promise I'd take a shot every time I said something retarded.
Are you actually drinking again?
I'm taking a shot.
Oh.
Every time I say something retarded.
That's gonna happen a lot. You're gonna get alcohol poisoning.
Shut up.
You're gonna ruin the special. But anyway. Moving on.
Whatever.
Moving on, it's time to announce last week's trivia winners. And the question was, in the 35 years of Super Sentai, what colors have been a part of every Sentai team? And the answer was red and blue.
I would have answered with red, blue, and yellow, but I probably gotten that wrong.
Yeah, because Jack had no yellow. And anyway, congratulations to Blitzkrieg Dragon 13, Convoy 16, Question 801, Project Nemesis, jjduffany, sorry I'm pronouncing your name wrong, DKRE, and Exodia the Forbidden 125 for getting that question correct. And right now the score is Blitzkrieg Dragon in the lead with 7 points, and Exodia the Forbidden One close behind with 6, and DKRE currently has 5 points. So those are the top 3 leaders currently.
And everyone else sucks.
Hey, come on now.
Wow, you're nice.
Yeah, be nice. Yeah, you gotta be nice to our fans. You know, the people that gave us almost 20,000 views on all of our podcast episodes.
Oh yeah, that's right. So they slipped.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd have 20 views, much less 20,000.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you all for that, by the way. It's...
You know, I'm just screwing around with y'all. Anyway!
It's time for the Toku News Corner. Cat now! Bam!
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! Nice kitty, kitty, kitty! Oh, kitty!
From YouTube's World Tokusatsu News headquarters, this is the Tokusatsu News Corner with NyankyouGrave989 and Nightshadow4.
Alright everyone, I hope you're all excited for this. Saban has recently announced that all 700 plus episodes of Power Rangers will be released on Blu-ray and DVD. Apart from the 700 episodes of Power Rangers that ran between 1993 and 2009, 92 episodes of VR Troopers, 26 episodes of Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, and 88 episodes of Big Bad Beetleborgs will also be included in the deal. Shout Factory will be releasing Saban Power Rangers in Blu-ray and DVD starting this summer of 2012.
Okay, well, I just wanted to comment saying that I have quite a few box sets from Shout Factory, and they're really good quality. Like, so I'm excited about this.
I could just deal with Power Rangers in Space being on Blu-ray. That's the only one I really care about.
I want Mighty Morphin on Blu-ray. That's gonna be awesome.
I want Space and RPM.
Yes, RPM 1080p.
But
anyway,
I still don't know why.
Anyway.
I don't know why they
In other
Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Okay, that's it.
In other news, recently there was an interview with Toei executive Takayuki Suzuki regarding the filming of the Legendary War for the upcoming Power Rangers 20th Anniversary series. The interview basically confirms that Toei is filming a Legend War consisting of Zero Ranger Onward teams, with an exception of the Core 5 Die Rangers. They initially intended on just removing the pre-Zero Ranger teams, but that would have taken a lot of work, and they just decided, you know what, we're gonna film some new footage.
I think that's a good way to go, because
Yeah.
honestly, like, the only option they can do is either explain every single team that never existed and give us some kind of dumb explanation, or call them aliens. So.
Oh well, I guess no Jetman, or Live Man.
Or Battlefield.
Alright. Fuck Battlefield. Anyways, on to our final news. As the new parody series, Hokunin Sentai Akiba Ranger, is coming to the surface, we here at the Tokusatsu Corner thought it would be fun to read the profiles of our new heroes, you know, to get a feel for the people who'll be winning our hearts. Alright, let's take a look. Nobu Agi, otherwise known as Akiba Red, is a 29-year-old average working man at Suzuki's Ponpoko Delivery Services. I hope I pronounced that right. Even at his age, he still loves Super Sentai, and with years of knowledge, he easily sees through the weaknesses and strategies of monsters. Lately, he's been getting into the anime Z-Kyun Aoi. I'm sorry. His legs are trained for running around for his delivery work. Mizuki Aoyagi, otherwise known as Akiba Blue, she is famous in the martial arts world and was invited as an Akiba Ranger because she wanted to become stronger. At first, she barely had any interest in becoming an Akiba Ranger, but when she transformed for the first time, she immediately beat the ever-living hell out of everyone. As serious as she is, she wears bear panties. Because that's important for the enemy to know.
I guess it's like fighting a bear.
I'm going to kick your ass, Zero.
Well, I guess we know that what all she's going to bear.
Quit quoting Persona 4.
We'll see if she bears all.
Moving on!
Man, this is getting really grisly.
Shut the hell. Anyway, on to our final Akiba Ranger. Yumera Moegi, otherwise known as Akiba Yellow. She absolutely loves cosplaying. My type of girl. She might look like she's around 10, but in reality, she's in her 20s. It might be unbelievable, but during the day, she's just an ordinary office worker, where she draws her own doujins and tries to sell them at Comiket. She does have deep knowledge of Super Sentai, but nowhere near as deep as Akagi. The reason she became an Akiba Yellow is because of her tits. You shall become the Yellow Ranger. Why? It's because I'm smart? Or it's because I'm strong? No, it's because you have boobs. What the hell? Our three heroes, ladies and gentlemen, our three heroes will be winning our hearts.
And tits.
Anyway. Oh my god, Anyway, that's all for the news this week. These articles and more were brought to you by JE Fusion, the Japanese entertainment blog. So go to JE Fusion for tokusatsu, anime, music, movie, and entertainment news.
And tits.
Anyway, time for the Toku music moment.
Man, all those stories were really busting through.
Oh, kick your ass! Just tell them what we'll be playing on the Toku music moment.
It's gonna be special because lately we've been playing exclusively Super Sentai and Kamen Rider themes, but this time we're gonna be playing an Ultraman song, and we're gonna be playing "Brave Love Tiga," the ending theme to Ultraman Tiga, sung by the Earth Defense Force. And
tits.
And we will be right back with your viewer questions right after this.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
welcome back to.
You're thinking about tits, aren't you?
Welcome back to the corner. That was. That was Brave Love Tiga by Earth Defense Force. And if you have a suggestion for songs that you want played during the Toku Music Moment, go ahead and leave a comment below, or just send us an email. But anyway, it's that time of the show where we answer your viewer questions. And we got a pretty decent amount this week.
Really?
Yeah. Alright, first question comes from Convoy16, a new regular to the show. And he asks, when Saban adapts Gokaiger, do you think he will address the Battleizers? I know every Red Ranger didn't have one, but for the ones who did, do you think that they'll be used at all?
I guess I'll take first. My thought is I'd like to think they would, but probably not because of, well, simply money. And I mean, like, Power Rangers is a show on a low budget, and it's as low as a TV show will go, and it's primarily aimed at kids. And I mean, the thing is, they're probably going to put out more money, like have a bigger budget for this season, because there is so much. They got to get other actors, like previous actors, to be guest stars and such. But I don't think they're going to do it. But if they did, they'd probably have to find a cheap way to make the remake the Battleizers, and there'd probably be a special like device or Ranger key that Ranger Red would have to use.
If they get like previous actors, they're probably gonna have to pay Jason David Frank a boatload of money to get on here.
And tits.
Well, Disney didn't pay him a boatload of money. And tits.
Well, he did it as a favor, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
I can personally deal without the Battleizers, but if there's gonna be one, there's gonna be one. I really don't care.
Well, we're talking about the other, like the previous Battleizers. Like.
Oh, you mean like if they're gonna use them? Oh.
Like when if if Ranger Red uses Ranger keys to turn into one of the Red Rangers that used a Battleizer, if he'll be able to use their Battleizer.
Actually, like a good question would be like, would the Red Ranger have his own Battleizer, or would they just have Gokai Silver's Gold mode?
Maybe they'll make it like Tommy's shield was in Mighty Morphin, where he could pass it on to people, and that would suffice as a Battleizer, I guess.
Oh yeah, but the problem with that would be the Gold Mode shield has the faces of 6 Rangers on it, and it would be kind of odd for the Red Ranger to be wearing that unless like it changes to where the 6 Ranger faces turn into all Red Rangers.
Or unless they take all the 6 Ranger faces off of it.
I hope they don't do that.
I hope so too, but you never know.
Fingers crossed they don't do stupid shit. But anyway, second question from Convoy. He asks, who do you think Tachibana is? The guy who lives in the satellite who helps out Meteor.
I think it's Kengo's dad. Just horribly disfigured, so he has to wear that ridiculous-looking helmet.
You know, I thought that too.
Well, I think it's Tachibana from Blade.
And I will murder you horribly.
Tachibana!
And tits.
What are you doing? Tachibana! Admit it, you want to see him come down to Earth and transform into Garen. It'd be epic.
God damn it. Well, those are our answers. Final question from Convoy. He asks, have you guys heard of the rumors surrounding the fact that there will be 2 more Go Busters, being Beatbuster and Stagbuster? And if so, how do you guys think they will do compared to the first 3?
They're gonna kick ass in the first few episodes, and then they're gonna come down to the Power Rangers levels.
Yeah, that's just sort of how it goes with 6th or extra Rangers, and I'm really excited to see them because I'm a huge fan of extra or 6th Rangers. I actually own a 6 Ranger Power Ranger Morpher collection. It's not complete, but it's almost there, and I always love those the extra Rangers because they bring something new to the series, and especially in the case of Guy from Gokaiger, because on top of him being a 6th Ranger, he was like a Sentai fanboy, so like the team wasn't going on like wasn't always going, well, what does this Sentai team have to do with blah blah blah? Because Guy would be like, oh yeah, because they're this. So I'm not saying that the new Rangers are going to be Guy level, but I still want to see what they'd be like, and I think they're going to be cool.
What was the question? No. Actually, I heard about the rumor of the 2 extra Go Busters. No, they'd be cool. Look, they sound pretty cool, but like early rumors, I heard that it was gonna be like a black and a green, I believe, and like a female Black Ranger, and that would have been a first.
Yeah, well, no, unless you count the many times that Gokai Pink turned into Go On Black.
And no, they're like legit, not just Gokai Pink turning into a different Ranger, like an actual black female Ranger.
Well, I mean, I'm not like in terms of it being a rumor. I mean, it's really like every Sentai team except Sun Vulcan, I think, just Sun Vulcan, but I might be mistaken, has had at least 5 Rangers.
Yeah. And
they've even ones that have started off with 3, they've ended up with 5 or more. So
fucking pick a Ranger.
Yeah. Don't you mean fucking SPD and it's like 14 Rangers?
Yeah. We have a billion Rangers. Anyway,
moving on to our next question by your new favorite person, Nightshade. Question 801.
Continue.
And he said that he's only going to be asking one question today because this is a multi-part question. And he asks, if you could become your own Kamen Rider, what kind of powers would you have? What would your overall theme be? How many forms would you have, including the ultimate form? Excuse me. What would be your henshin device? And how powerful would you be compared to the other Kamen Riders? For example, Ichigo and Nigo, as powerful as O's or whatever. And what would your name be?
Okay, I put a lot of thought into this, so I'm gonna go first. I'm actually, funny enough, I'm working on a costume for a review for this, so I don't know. It's not a big secret, but I'll just get this out there. Mine would be Kamen Rider Arcade, and his power would have to do with video games. And let's see, the forms I've thought up would all be like late 70s, early 80s, like systems or references to them. Like his default mode would be arcade mode, and then he'd have an Atari mode and or a Coleco mode, and then an in-TV mode for Intellivision, something like that. And his and the belt would probably consist of basically a mini what I'm working on is taking a console, like a cartridge slot out of an old console that doesn't work, making a small piece of plastic to put around it. It'd basically be a small, tiny little console, and we put a cartridge into it, and each cartridge would be the forms.
Would you have to blow into the cartridges if it didn't work?
Yeah, if it didn't work. Yeah. In terms of power, I don't know. Actually, I haven't thought of an ultimate form. which is the only thing I haven't thought of. But in terms of power, I don't know. Probably be a lot of my inspiration for this came from Den-O, so probably something like Den-O. Yeah, and all the attacks and weapons would be based on games. Like his default weapon is the joystick blade, which would be a joystick upside down, and the joystick would be the hilt, and then a sword would come out of the bottom of the joystick. So that's the idea I have for my own rider. I had another one, but you guys all know about Kamen Rider Maple, right?
That's what I thought you were gonna talk about. I was like,
no. We still need to get back to that RP.
No, but,
yeah, we're not gonna get back to that.
But yeah, mine would be Kamen Rider Arcade.
All right, Nightshade.
Nathan, you'll be Kamen Rider El Mexicano. You have a sombrero as a shield. Your henshin device would be a taco.
I remember when we came up with this.
Thanks for answering for me. Thanks for answering for me. Now I don't have to come up with anything.
Your weapon would be throwing nachos that explode once they make contact with the enemy.
What would his rider kick be? Salsa kick?
El Mexicano ridiculously big hat spiral kick. It's retarded, but I don't care.
And one of his weapons would be a sack of oranges. Are we terrible people?
And tits.
No. Alright.
Anyways, Nathan, please, now that we're done being racist.
No, that's it, because I got nothing.
So, Kamen Rider El Mexicano?
Yes.
Alright. Now, Nightshade, what about you? Kamen Rider Drunk?
Which already exists.
Yeah, Kamen Rider G existed. You can't think existed. I'm not really sure. I haven't put a lot of thought into it, but if I were to think of something offhand, probably something along the lines of what do you call it? You took video games, so I can't take video games.
Tits. Kamen Rider tits.
I wanted to come up with something along the lines of foes, but Jesus. Because I like the idea of switching out weapons and stuff like that in little switches. I don't know. I'm stumped. I'd have to actually think about this, and this podcast doesn't have that kind of time to do that. So I'll probably give you my answer next podcast.
Okay.
Thanks for the answer, for mine.
No problem, that's why I'm here.
There should be a team-up movie with Arcade and El Mexicano.
And Maple makes a cameo.
Maple gets introduced as the new rider. He gives El Mexicano the special maple syrup hot sauce so he can transform into syrup muff.
I totally had an idea.
Guacamole Gatling gun.
Anyways, is there any more questions?
Yes, there are quite a few. Next batch of questions is from He Didn't Like Gaming, or he'd rather be known as Rai. These are a couple of. Well, this first one has been a repeat that me and Nightshade have answered, but Zero, you can answer these.
Okay.
If you could make your own set of Gaia memories, core medals, or Astro switches, which would you make?
Okay, let's see. Gaia memories? I'd probably... See, I haven't put a lot of thought into this, but I have thought of stuff like this, like stuff that would be cool.
I put a lot of thought into mine.
Was there a sword Gaia memory?
There was Edge, but that was never shown.
No, but something like sword, like an actual sword, like sword!
No.
No.
But something like that. That's what I would want to do. Have a sword, or have something like I can't remember. Was there one that controlled gravity?
Did Zone do that?
Zone controlled where the it was basically like a chessboard. She could control where the players could be in a particular zone.
Oh yeah.
My other one would be one like gravity, which would allow you to control, which would allow control of gravity.
How about mass?
I don't know. Mass.
You could call it mass.
For core metals, I actually came up with my own combo. It'd be they'd probably all be orange metals to match the kangaroo metal, because kangaroo metal is one of them. So it'd be zebra, kangaroo, and okami, or wolf. And the combo would be zeros. Yeah, I know it's original, but the zebra metal, I don't really have an idea for it. I guess it would have like a head blade, like the mane of the zebra mane would be like its own blade that he could use to attack with. The kangaroo metal would be the middle one, so it'd be the punching gloves if anybody's ever seen the kangaroo metal. And the bottom one, okami, would have to deal with it'd make him speedy, but it'd be different from Cheetah, where Cheetah just makes him run really fast. This would make him like more agile in a fight. Like he's more likely to dodge and attacks and stuff like that. So basically, that's what my idea for core metals are. Switches. What do I want to see that Foes hasn't done? I know they did beat, but I want megaphone. I want a megaphone. And just have Gentaro yell stupid shit into it. Because I think that would be hilarious.
It's space time!
Gentaro, don't yell into the megaphone. Oh, sorry. Or
Can I still say mine?
Yeah, you can, but I'm just thinking.
Yeah, no.
2 arm switches to make a lance. I think it'd be cool. I know they haven't really. The only switch that they needed 2 of for one thing was N and S magnet, but I think a switch that could make one like spear or lance thing for him to use would be pretty cool. Anyways, that's what I've come up with. What about you guys?
In terms of Gaia memories, I had one that would be called Eyes, and it would basically the eye would basically, it would be an eyeball, and the stem would wrap around it, so it could look like an E. Basically, kind of taken away from Edge, but still, it would look grisly and stuff. It would be veins coming out of it and stuff like that. And when you plug it in, you'll be able to see everything around you and assess the situation. It's more of like strategists, but it can also fight. Like it wouldn't be it would be like, it would basically be the head would be sort of a red eye, would basically be the command eye. And a few other eyes would appear on his body, and it could see everyone around it and take some of their moves and whatever. Anyone that looked useful. And it could also see like 10-second, like the red eye could see 10 seconds into the future for fighting. So it could see what your opponent's about to do. He could dodge it and stuff like that. That's the Gaia memory. And it would have like claws, so that way he could fight. In terms of metals, I know I had one. Oh yeah, it was honey bear, polar bear, and grizzly bear. In that order. Honey bear could smell out.
Was it honey bear?
Yeah, it was honey bear.
Okay.
But yeah, honey bear could smell out other metals, kind of like Taka. Polar bear it has super strength and sharp claws, and grizzly bear is grounded, so it's really hard to move him. He's basically it's an endurance bond. Also, his rider kick would be triple bear. Grizzly bear kick. It's original. It's totally original.
Oh my god, it so is.
Patent pending. Grizzly bear kick. It's not supposed to be, for show. It's supposed to be for, taking hits. This combo is basically strength and endurance.
With that combo, you can really bare your fangs.
My combos versus Akiba Blue. Go. And the Astro Switch blade, it would basically be a switch that goes on his arm. It would basically be a giant fan that slashes enemies, kind of like Arrow. And I know I had another one, but I forget what it was.
It's on the podcast.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. And your turn, Nathan.
The ones I had was the guy memory was Honey Badger, is because I was fucking around that episode. And his
most powerful guy memory of all.
And his powers of being not giving a shit.
With that kind of power, how could you lose?
Exactly. And my core medals were Scorpion, Centipede, and Tarantula. All insects basically try to use poison. It's super effective.
Scorpichula would be the combo.
Scorpichula.
Scorpichula. Scorpichula.
And my Astro Switch was a vacuum. It would be a leg metal.
Left arm metal.
No, it was a left leg switch. And just suck up anything close, like enemies or enemy projectiles. Next question Rai asks is, what do you hope the next color/animal theme ranger or rangers in Ghostbuster will be? We actually talked about this earlier. Beatbuster and Stagbuster. I'm assuming they might be a beetle theme.
Yeah, kind of like Kamen Rider Kabuto.
Or
change beetle and change stag beetle.
Or Changer with the Thunder Rangers.
I like my idea better.
Fuck you. But anyway.
Cast off.
Change Beetle.
Change Beetle.
But anyway, next question he asks, what would you do if they made a Mass Effect Tokusatsu?
Mass Effect Tokusatsu? How would that work?
Well, it would be live action, and instead of
Commander Shepard, it's morphin' time!
No, it's Shepard time!
It's time for Shepherd's pie.
Zero.
That's what he would say to all the bitches that he fucks.
Saying that to all of them.
I turned her pussy into Shepherd.
Okay, that's fucked up. That's totally fucked up.
Okay, final question from Rai. He asks, what has your favorite Zodiac been?
Probably, fuck, I can't think of the name right now. Sieg. Cygnus.
Yeah, Cygnus was really awesome.
Dragon was also awesome, though. It's tough.
It was so big and metal.
Dragon's my favorite.
I like Cygnus.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, moving on.
He looks like Sig.
Sieg.
And a Kamen Rider.
You think everything looks like a Kamen Rider?
That washboard looks like a Kamen Rider now. Oh, dude, the mailbox outside my house, Looks suspiciously like a Kamen Rider.
My dick looks like a Kamen Rider, okay?
Hang on. Oh, so does mine.
Mine looks like Abraham Lincoln.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Tokusatsu Corner. Professionalism? What's that?
Never take life seriously, you'll never get out alive. That's my motto.
Wow.
Anyway. Next batch of questions comes from jjduffany. Again, I apologize if I mispronounced your name. And they ask, which of the past 35 Super Sentai series would you remake if you had the chance? What about the show would you change, i.e. the number of rangers, villains, zords, motifs, etc.? And why would you change them?
That's a tough one. I would actually... Go ahead.
One that I would want, like, I have two answers. Like, I wouldn't necessarily change anything, but I would like to see him remade. Jetman and Die Ranger.
Yeah. You know what? This is kind of off topic, but I thought of the other day if they had adapted Ghost Ager into Power Rangers, I could see them calling it something like Thunder Force to try and do a throwback to Season 2. I don't know how it would work, but that's just something I thought, you know, that'd be something dumb enough that Saban would probably do it. Anyways, if I had to redo one, probably Battle Fever to make it more Sentai-like. Because I think for a while it wasn't even considered Sentai, so I mean, I would probably do stuff in it to change it up.
If I remember,
like I guess it'd be the same thing. Like it'd be the same thing if you asked me like what Kamen Rider. I'd probably go and do Hibiki and change it up so that we knew from the start it was Kamen Rider. So I mean, probably Battle Fever if I had to redo one.
I think I heard, like, I don't know if this is true or not, like, originally Battle Fever was supposed to be like a Captain America series.
Well, each person in Battle Fever is from a different country, or represents a different country, so...
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jetman as well, just because it looks so awesome. And
not have, spoilers!
Spoiler alert, no one cares. And I think that's about it. I mean, just Changeman. I haven't really seen a lot of past superheroes, so... Changeman. Or no, not live.
Jetman.
Jetman!
Actually, another answer. It's not Super Sentai, but, Tokusatsu Spider-Man. I want to see that remade.
Give him actually a henshin scene, not just a suit flying on top of him.
No, you gotta keep that.
What? A suit just comes out of his wristband and it just goes on him.
CG suit! And then it turns into a real suit. Okay. Next question from JJ. Which Super Sentai and Kamen Rider villains would you want to see fight to the death?
Let's see. I want to see Kazuri fight Mesogog, or whatever, but he's not Super Sentai. Fuck. I don't care. Kazuri fight Mesogog.
And tits.
And tits.
This is gonna be permanent on the Tokusatsu Corner, isn't it?
Maybe just this episode.
No, just this episode because it has to do with things. Anyways, what about you guys?
Actually, I would want to see Ankh in his full greed form fighting against the main bad guy from Bokenger. Be like fire versus fire and rawr. Yeah.
Kamen Rider Moonshadow and
You mean Shadow Moon?
Golem.
Final question from JJ. With the Kamen Rider vs. Super Sentai movie, Den-O will have been in 8 movies after the series ended in 2008. Do you believe that Den-O should end its continuity in other Kamen Rider shows, or would you like to see them keep going to be involved in future series?
I want them to stop.
Yeah.
Den-O
Has to stop.
will never die.
Den-O needs to stop.
As long as there is Kamen Rider, Den-O will exist to be in everything. Den-O is just too popular for them to stop using it. That's why they keep using it.
But it's too much of a clusterfuck now.
I mean, yeah, I know. Like, I just can't get enough of it. The more they use Den-O, the better. I love Den-O, so.
I love Double, but if they keep using him multiple times, it's gonna be like, okay, enough is enough. Stop, please.
Like, the next Kamen Rider comes out, and then Double, O's, and Foes are in the team-up movie.
I'm getting sick and tired of Den-O. I mean, I liked it the first time around, but it needs to stop. I mean, really, it's just getting on my nerves now.
Well, I think the problem is the writers wrote it so that they could appear at any time.
Yeah,
because they have a time-traveling
problem.
That's the problem. So, in reality, they could never stop using Den-O. They could put Den-O, even 100 years in the future if Kamen Rider's still going on, they will still put Den-O in it because they can time travel. So, it's funny because Time Ranger never did that. Like, if you think about it, Time Ranger never did anything like that. Like, they didn't have a Gokaiger team up or anything, but they could have. But I think it's because Den-O is really popular and they wrote that, and because they can time travel, that literally the possibilities with them are endless.
I'm getting so fucking sick of them though.
I know. Well, the thing, I'm not sick of it yet.
I'm beyond sick.
Yeah, there's a point when it's like enough is enough. And Den-O's getting to that point.
Den-O's beyond that point. After Gokaiger, it needs to die in a fire.
Next batch of questions are from Project Nemesis, and he asks, do you think Saban will cast the guy who plays Spike in Super Samurai to become Gokai Silver to connect the whole series with the first season of Power Rangers?
I don't think that's gonna happen, but I wouldn't put it past him because the way Gokai Silver acts in his suit sometimes, it can be somewhat sort of ridiculous.
I don't understand that. Why Spike?
Yeah, like...
Why not Bulk? Why not someone who deserves it? Oh, because he's too fat.
Well, they had Fat Rangers in Jetman, so...
Yeah, but that's in a Sentai. That's in a Sentai, dude.
It gives me hope.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that, and actually, it would suck if that happened, to be honest. Because Spike sucks.
Yeah, Bulk deserves
Spike's
anything.
just annoying.
If anything, Bulk deserves it. He's been there from the beginning. He should be second in the Anniversary Series.
And he magically loses weight whenever he gets into his costume.
Yes!
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because, I mean, Justin grew, like, 2 feet when he turned into Turbo. So...
Yeah, so come on, cut him some slack.
Literally.
Next question from Nemesis asks, there are rumors that all the episodes of Super Samurai are completely written, and how much would you like to see an episode where the Samurai Rangers crosses over with Decade?
See, that brings back the point about are they doing Power Rider? Because there's been no new information about it other than rumors. So it really all depends. Like I would like to see it. Like it doesn't matter to me if they do it or not. But if they do it, then they better do an entire they better find a way to adapt Decade and make it good. But or if they do it, they could just make him a one-off character probably.
I don't want to see Decade even in Super Samurai.
Well, I like the suit, I like the belt, and I like
He's
the
pink!
weapons. So I like the rider, but I don't like the guy who is the rider. He's stupid.
He is a terrible, awful tool, and he needs to die in a fire. A pink fire!
You want to throw Deado in a fire? You want to throw Decade in a fire? Why don't you just throw the entirety of Kamen Rider in a fire while you're at it?
Oh, pshaw.
He wants to throw Shin and Amazon in that same fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Hibiki. Don't forget about Hibiki.
Anyway, final question from Nemesis. He asks, what kind of neat details have you noticed in Go Busters? An example, the giant vehicles all are battery powered and have fuel gauges with percentages, and excuse me, or that the giant robot cheetah car has sunglasses. Actually,
one thing that I've really noticed is like they have a full keypad with all English characters on it, and they're all in order. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and like all the way through. So do they have a function for every key? That's my thing. Anyways, you were saying, Nathan? Sorry.
well, it's not like a small detail, but it was something to be noticed. But it was a main thing. It was like a main attack for one of the robots, which we'll talk about later in Superhero Time. But other than that, I really haven't noticed anything. Mention?
Yeah, no, I can't say I can't say I've noticed anything either. I mean, Megazords are cool, but nothing unusual. Oh, okay, the Cheetahzord's cool. And Gorilla's okay, and Rabbit's a fucking helicopter. So Rabbit's the only one I guess sucks. Anyway.
Last question comes from another resident favorite, DKRE, and he asks, if you could pick a Super Sentai team that consisted only of Kamen Riders, who would they be? Who would their leader be? And what kind of Megazord would they have? I think the usual 6-member limit. I think the usual 6 members should be the limit. Oh, almost forgot an important thing. Who would be the bad guy? Space Cat, I say.
I say the bad guy should be the cat from Kamen Rider Double.
Oh man.
He is the main villain. He controls them. He just meows. They're like, "My lord, I'm sorry," and he just kills them with his
laser eyes. Laser eyes.
Anyway, that's for the Kamen Riders. Let's see. Oh wait a minute, no. The cat would be the main villain, and the little side villain, his little henchman, would be Kamen Rider Decade. just to prove how pathetic he is. Let's see. I want O's, Double, Blade. Stronger. Or no, wait, no, not Stronger. Black RX. That's right. Adley old school favorite. Oh god, what else? Kuga and G3.
Who would be the leader?
Just because G3 would be the 6th one who has to make his own suit. I feel like he would be the odd man out. I think he'd be the only one who doesn't have the natural superpower, but he'd still be a valuable asset to the team.
And who would be the leader?
Slide?
And what would their Megazord be?
Oh, Double would be the leader. Because it's Double, dude. Why the hell not? And their Megazord would be...
a giant cricket!
Their Megazord would be... Bird, Cheetah, and Grasshopper.
This might be cheating for mine, but a Sentai team of all the O's combos, and Putotira can be the 6 ninja. And the Megazord could be just like, you know, just use one of the main metals as animal and make that part of the Megazord for each piece. I don't really have a specific. I guess a Torazord, a Takazord, a Batazord, I don't know, a Tyrannozord.
Yours sounds better than mine.
I don't know what of Shota to pick. I guess a Takozord. I don't mean taco as in...
El Mexicanos.
Maybe that's why you like Shota so much. But,
El Mexicanos Zord is a taco.
And probably the gorilla, or actually no, Sai from Sagozo. And the leader would probably be, I'd make the leader Ankh as Tajador.
This is the Red Ranger.
AG isn't in each version of Oaks. He's only one of them, and he'd probably be. You know what? Make the Greeds be them.
Oh god.
The Greeds would be their own combos. AG would be Pujotira then. That would make sense. And Ankh would be the leader.
Okay, for mine, starting off with the 6th Ranger, I would pick Meteor to be the 6th Ranger. And as for the main 5, my leader would be Ichigo. Going straight for the classic. Other 4 would be Kabuto, Kivala from the DKRE Double movie. Double. And Kagito.
I just thought of a name of mine. Greedo Sentai. Oz Ranger.
And Megazord. Kamen Rider J. It's just a giant robotic version of Kamen Rider J.
Lame.
I don't care. I couldn't think of anything. I think Zero's Megazord wins.
Yeah.
But
I'm just an Oats fanboy. That's why I came up with it.
anyway, that was the final question. And if you want your questions answered on the Tokusatsu Corner, send us an email at tokusatsucorner@gmail.com. But for some reason, if you don't have an email, you can send your private messages to myself, Nightshade, or Zero. And hey guys, it's you know what time it is?
Oh my god, it's superhero time.
Actually, it's daylight savings time.
Oh.
And now it's superhero time.
I will kick your ass.
Which starts now.
Go Busters! 来たー！仮面ライダーポーズ出動せよ。スーパーヒーロータイム、レディーゴー！
Okay, to start off superhero time, it's time for the Ranger recap. So take it away, Zero.
Alright, today we are going to be talking about Super Samurai Episode 4 that aired this last weekend. Okay, the episode starts off that, if you remember from the previous episode, everybody got switched with different objects or whatnot, and Antonio got switched with a fish, and he almost got eaten by a cat. Therefore, this somehow makes Antonio afraid of fish, so he has to quit being a ranger. Because he can't touch his Barracuda blade. And as soon as I saw like this part of the episode, like before the opening went, I was like, this episode's gonna suck. It's gonna suck balls, and I was pretty much right. But anyways, so Raider joins Master Xandred's army as the current new general, with Dayu gone. Serrator can take her place. Anyways, the Rangers try aversion therapy to help Antonio get over his fear of fish, and how they do this is all the other Rangers have to face their fears, which are all dumb, and I'm not going to get into them. Except for Jaden's fear of spiders, that's legitimate.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah. Nathan doesn't like spiders, everybody. Anyways, Bulk and Spike's part in this episode is they try to help a cat out of a tree, and the cat knocks their ladder over, trapping Spike and Bulk in the tree. And we actually don't see how they get down. They never show what happens. Anyways, instead of going into battle, because the Rangers get called for a battle, Antonio is sent to unlock the Light Zord from the Lantern by G. So Serrator engages the Rangers, and they are having a lot of trouble beating him because this guy's pretty tough. And at one point, Serrator sends out his Hipporak, and Jaden has to deal with it on his own in the Samurai Megazord, and he's getting his ass kicked by this thing. So while this is going on, Antonio's working on the Lantern, and G, to solve Antonio's fear of fish, like to get him over his fear of fish, G shoves sushi into his mouth, and he's cured. That's the cure, apparently, for getting over fish. So if anybody out there's afraid of fish, just shove sushi in their face. Apparently that works. So anyways, Antonio finishes unlocking the Lantern and brings the Light Zord with him. He pretty much he fends off Serrator, and Serrator flees, but they still have to deal with the Hipporak. And so the Light Megazord goes ahead and finishes it off. It's a pretty cool Megazord, but it can dodge stuff by like shrinking and shit. But all in all, this episode, it was dumb. It was stupid, and I know that Power Rangers has been known to have cheesy episodes and stuff, but this is just on the level of, this was dumb and pointless. There was no point to Antonio being afraid of fish. If anything, like, I think we were discussing this before, Nathan said he should be afraid of cats, not fish, because a cat was going to eat him as a fish. So, dumb episode. Whatever, let's just move on to the real superhero time stuff.
It would have made sense if they were fighting a cat monster and he was afraid, but that's besides the point. Anyway, now it's time to get into the real meat of superhero time. Starting off with Tokome Sentai Go Busters, Episode 3.
Root.
This was a fairly decent episode. I mean, we got to see Bio Machines, basically the monster of the week, turning hospital patients and doctors into horrendous monsters.
The first half of this episode, though, felt like the Red Ranger going, "I'm a huge dick," and then the Yellow Ranger going, "Well, I'm a huge bitch," and then the Blue Ranger going, "I'm the babysitter." That's essentially what the first part of the episode felt like.
Yeah.
Which I guess is their roles. So, other than that, they go to a. What do they go to again? It's like a
Hospital.
Hospital, yeah.
It runs on Energon from planet Cybertron.
Enertron, but whatever.
Same difference.
From Cybertron.
They go in there. Yeah, they go in there, and there's nobody there except for people with stuff on their face. I don't think.
And tits.
And tits. They apparently have tits on their face.
But the robot monster this week, the Needle Droid, actually injects the hospital patients and doctors with some cells or something, and which lets the Needle Droid control them, and thus explains why they had those masks on. And the Go Busters can't exactly just fight them like if they were normal robots, because they're still human. So they just continue to judo chop them.
Yeah, pretty much knock them out and win it, without hurting them.
And
then,
Enter is there speaking more French.
And it's not pronounced properly.
Let's show some clips of that. That's
French.
Do I have to?
French.
Yes.
French. Now go.
Saba saba saba. Go Busters.
あれがエンター。ああ見えて食わせもんだから気をつけろ。了解。
あと、サバって魚のサバじゃないから。
その情報はいらない。
おらら。
何のためにここ？バグラスの目的はエネトロンだろ。
ウィンムッシュ。ですが、人間やあなた方を苦しめ、支配し、命をも奪うことは我がマジェスティメサイアの望みであり慰め。ご協力を終了。
Ah, that felt good.
Felt so good to see terrible.
Felt stupid. It's worse than French Canadian.
Anyway, moving on. We get to see a new form for Buster Blue's vehicle. It's a giant robot gorilla truck.
That shoots banana missiles, and the missiles turn into banana peels when they're destroyed, and they trip on them, and it is retarded as shit. But it is so goddamn fun.
Now that's something I want to show a clip about.
Yeah, show that clip.
エネトロン満タン。よし。か、おとなしく帰らせてはくれそうにないな。
どうしよう。実戦は初めてだ。緊張する。
訓練通りやればいい。
But anyways, so this is why the reason they got the Zord out is because they found one of the doctors, and he said the Enertron is being, drained from the hospital, and there's a bunch of people in, is it ICU? I can't remember if it's ICU or what.
ICU and people in life.
ICU, yeah, and if the power runs out, then their life support systems are gonna not work. So essentially, they take Donkey Kong the Blue Zord to transfer some Enertron from the main Enertron source. All while this is going on, the Megazord has like a slow upload speed or something, so they have like a ton of time this time. But even so, like it shows up just before, just as Blue Donkey Kong gets enough energy, and they have to hurry up and head back, or the ICU people might die.
Death is something we should be concerned about in this show.
Kid show.
For kids.
I'm still remembering the first episode of Shinkenger when all the Moogers go out and start killing people. Like legit killing people. Anyways. Yoko and Hiromu have a moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the part, if my brother was watching the series, he would say, "We're gonna fuck." He just picks two characters who are like, yeah, they're gonna end up together.
This is Power Rangers. This is Super Sentai. How many people
We're still gonna fuck.
How many people have actually...
And tits.
Akiba Ranger's gonna be the exception.
But anyways, so They get the energy there just in the nick of time. And then...
Of course. The cheese is oozing out of the Megazord when this is happening. And tits.
You know what? There was one thing I was upset about. No cheetah. There was cheetah car. There was giant robot, but no cheetah. What the fuck? Giant robot gorilla truck doesn't have the same oomph as giant robot cheetah car. I'm sorry, but it doesn't.
There's always a thing in these series that become a stickler. The Frozen was Chainsaw Leg, and now this is giant.
No, giant robot cheetah car. You address it correctly, good sir.
Anyways, final verdict on the episode, guys?
Good episode.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty good episode.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck.
With tits.
With tits.
On to foes.
Yes, let's move on to Kamen Rider Foes, episode 26. And, man, drama.
This episode was fucking amazing.
I thought it was kind of disappointing.
I thought it was pretty good.
I'm not saying it's a terrible episode, I'm just saying I felt disappointed, cheated.
Anyways, so what happens is Miyu is all like, you know what? I guess you guys don't need us anymore. So we're gonna go. She packs up all her things. And but I guess one last time she wanted to go out on the moon. So she does. And then guess who shows up?
Spoilers, it's Foes!
Oh my god!
And tits!
Anyways, so Gentaro and Miyu have a chat on the moon. About the club. You know what? They probably are, because the first episode he's like, whoa, she's a total babe. I want to tap that. I bet he's still like that. Anyways, so they have a conversation on why prom is so important, and that Miyu thinks it's a special time and you should go with someone special. And Gentaro says, well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make prom special for you and Shun. Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I think you should go with Shun. And she's like, well, if that's what you really want, then that's what I'll do. So, meanwhile, you know who, Shun, is in there listening to all this, and Gentaro goes, Shun, you'll never guess what, she agreed to go with you. So
Shun actually punches Gentaro while in his rider form.
Yeah, we have to show a clip of that.
Yes, let's.
This is another thing that separates, just separates Kamen Rider, like, Tokusatsu from, like, regular stuff like Power Rangers, is there's actual blood.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the best part.
Like, Shun's knuckles get bloodied up from punching foes. But he doesn't even fucking care, he's just pissed off. And he's disappointed that he feels like his friends betrayed him.
Ow! So, trying to get him away!
Well,
Well, it's like like having Miyu dance with him out of sympathy, like.
Yeah. I get the the whole cheesiness, but still.
So yeah. Anyways, So anyways, Gintaro's kind of upset that Shun's mad at him, but and they also discuss what they're gonna do about the Hair Zodiart, because the Hair Zodiart, the Switcher, who was obvious, is spreading rumors. Well, it's the truth, but she's basically spreading to the newspaper about the people who used to be Zodiarts, and that they that's the last scoop she's making before the end of the year. And everybody else is like, everybody from the Kamen Rider Club is, that's disrespectful, you shouldn't do that. And she's like, well, it's the truth. And it's like
lies.
And it's like, and I kind of agree with the club, because that is disrespectful. Yes, they were monsters once, but they've learned from their actions. Regardless of what you do, regardless of that, you shouldn't do stuff like that. And it's basically like tabloid, is essentially what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the club very quickly finds out that, Newspaper Girl is the Switcher, and, well, it was obvious to everyone. I don't think anybody out there was like, oh yeah, it's totally not her. But anyways.
I didn't notice how barely she was in this.
But anyways, Kentaro isn't around, because at that point he was talking to Miyu and Shun on the moon, so anyways, Meteor shows up, and it's one of the few times where Meteor's around and the entire rest of the club is there, and is kind of Meteor's backup, but isn't really doing anything, so...
Because Jake wasn't there to power the Powertizer.
Jake wasn't there to use the Powertizer. Yeah, Jake shows up for like the last second. Hey man, what's going on? What?
But Meteor's limit break on the Zodiart was pretty badass. I want to show a clip of that.
Okay, yeah, we're showing a clip of that.
Okay. やったのか。やった。待って。こんなところでやられるわけにはいかないね。プロムを潰すまでは。どうしたんすか？どこ行ってたの？
It's like, oh no, she's got me. I guess I will just limit break.
But yet,
Daniel Todd.
I would say Fei Long from Street Fighter.
So in a
Daniel Todd.
So
anyway.
Anyways, so Miyu and Shun go to the prom, and guess who shows up? Well, no, she
doesn't show up.
It's Ryusei's there, going out with that goth chick who used to be a Zodiac. Because in a flashback, Gentaro tries to curse. Can I show a clip of that too?
Yeah, yes. Go ahead.
リツコと流星がパートナー？
本当はゲンタロウとのバッドペアで優勝したら面白いかなって思ったんだけど、まあイケメンも悪くないかなって。
光栄です。実際のところは半分落とされたんだけどな。
リツコと踊らないと呪われるぞ。
踊るよ。
So now he's cursed unless he goes out with this girl, because Gentaro has like black magic powers.
Actually, the girl is pretty hot.
Yeah, she is hot. I would tap that in a second. But anyways, I danced for a bit to the song that actually it wasn't too bad of a song, but it kind of felt dragging on when the fight was going on. But I guess that's part of the drama. So
I made it by the girls.
Oh yeah, it was sung by the Kamen Rider Girls.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was HK, whatever the fuck that group is, that multi-singing, voice acting group, whatever. I don't know. JD Fusion talks about them all the time. I don't know who the hell they are. Anyways, anyways, so that's going on, and then Shun's like, you know what? He's like, you know what? Yusei's right. Our friends are out there protecting our prom for us. I need to go help them. So
the cheese is oozing through the room right now.
Shun abandons Miyu at the prom to go help the Kamen Rider Club, and then Miyu's like, well, now you're starting to look cool. So she goes and helps too.
Oh, the cheese is just oozing out her vagina.
And
tits.
And then so Shun gets in the power dizer, and Shun and Magnet States does one of the most coolest attacks I've seen in foes. Like a double whammy, pretty much.
It's like foes use tackle attack. It's super effective.
Should I show another clip?
Go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, why not? Basically, yeah, so Shun and Gentaro team up and take out the Zodiac, and just before the episode's over, Shun says, Gentaro, Miyu won't really want to dance with you, and I think you should, because her happiness is more important than making this night perfect.
Again, the cheese.
So, Gentaro and Miyu dance while flashbacks of what Shun and Miyu had done in the entire series are showing. And everything seems to be on a high note. These characters aren't coming back. But then...
Spoilers, yes they are!
They're back.
They may have graduated high school, but they're not leaving the Kamen Rider Club.
Their campus just so happens to be close by, so they can so happily keep tabs on them and still be leader and user of the Paradise.
And I kind of agree and disagree where you are at with this.
Yeah, I really did feel kind of cheated. I felt like at this point, this was a chance for the underclassmen to grow as just themselves, you know, not being guided by their senpais anymore. But then they come back, and I felt so cheated. I felt like just a big middle finger just came at me at the end of the show.
Yeah. But I have to say that while I agree with your sentiment, I also disagree, because I really feel that while Miyu did a lot, Shun wasn't in a lot of battles. He was in a couple, and he did a couple things like breaking what's-her-name's staff. But he didn't do a lot, and I think this will be an opportunity for him to do more as the Dizer's person, because there's a good chunk of episodes where the Dizer didn't even appear. Like, they just stopped using it. So, it's like, and half the time Shun isn't there when the fights are going. So, like, maybe this is an opportunity for the Power Dizer to do more, so, who knows.
And more hotness with Miyu.
And more hotness with tits. Anyways, final verdict. It was a good episode.
Good episode.
I've seen better.
But
not a good episode.
I'm excited for next week's episode.
I am too.
Yeah, I do want to see the next episode. I mean, this one may have been bad, but I have faith in the next one. Not all of the episodes can be a hit with me.
Yeah.
Well, your opinion is wrong.
My opinion is right. Just like yours is right and yours is right.
Anyways, Nathan, without further ado, take it away.
And that's the end of Superhero Time, and it's now time for the advertising portion of the show where we whore ourselves out.
Woot.
Starting off, if you want to watch Tokusatsu, check out Overtime Subs and TV Nikon. Overtime usually being same day subs, and they update on the latest. Foes, Go Busters, Daimajin Cannon, and Garo Makai Senki, as well as TV Nihon with the exception of Daimajin Cannon. But TV Nihon adds more graphics to their subs and stuff, and they have a much larger library of tokusatsu. So go over and check them out.
Also, don't forget about Acer Subs, who also subs Kamen Rider Foes, alongside using TV Nihon's Raz, or not TV Nihon, sorry, Overtime's Raz, and they also do the current season of Precure. So, if you like Kamen Rider Foes, you like Precure, check out Acer Subs.
But if you don't want to wait for episodes to download, or you just don't have any space, check out Henshin Fever on Facebook. Just do a search on Henshin Fever. They have a majority of Kamen Rider ready to view, as well as Super Sentai and other tokusatsu series like Garo. And yeah, go check them out. And if you're interested in tokusatsu toys, check out cstoysjapan.com and Hobbylink Japan at hoj.com. Two great sites and two awesome distributors of tokusatsu. And if you can't wait for the Power Ranger DVDs to come out this summer, if you have Netflix, go check out Power Rangers on Netflix. Have all the seasons, including Samurai. And you can also check out VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs. And if you have a Facebook, like the Tokume Sentai Go Buster and Kamen Rider Foes fan pages. Great place, they post up a lot of fan art, and they post up a bunch of cool stuff. They also update when episodes are up, streaming, and it's just a great community run by awesome people. And another shout out to JE Fusion, the Japanese entertainment blog, where we get all of our news stories for the Tokusatsu News Corner. And also like them on Facebook as well. We also have a Twitter at Tokusatsu Corner. And actually, I just said,
is there anything even going on our Twitter?
Not yet, but I am asking for people to make Twitters and follow us, and I will be updating the Twitter with various news stories throughout the week. But it will not put you out of a job, Nightshade, don't worry. And starting with this podcast, with this episode, we are going to be providing a download link for the audio version in the description below. Since we're on YouTube, and we've been having issues with Podbean, so starting with this episode, downloadable versions of the audio podcast will be available. Just check out the description below. If you have any questions, suggestions, emails, song suggestions, or anything you want us to know, listen, or whatever, send us an email to tokusatsucorner@gmail.com. Or, again, if you don't have an email for some reason, you can send private messages to myself, Nightshade, and Zero over YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, check out my channel for the Tokusatsu Corner and various Let's Plays, Nightshade's channel for various Kamen Rider dubs, and one of Zeromaster's 1 million channels. Pick whichever one you want.
Specifically, Zeromaster TAS or Zeromaster TAS for several parodies, including upcoming episodes of Kamen Rider O's Snap.
And also check out our friend Lio9's page for his Aquarion Abridged. And check out Pacey White Coder for coding stuff and other cool stuff, including the Kamen Rider O's Android app. And a shout out to our sponsor, Game On. Game On is a little trading card shop run by our good friend Chicken Wings, mainly focusing on Yu-Gi-Oh! And I got a few cards from him. High quality stuff. Really recommend it. And I suggest you go over and check out his channel and see what he has for sale. And we here at the Tokusatsu Corner support Game On, because when you game hard, you game on. It's time for the Tokusatsu Corner trivia. And this time we're going to let Zero ask the question.
I hate you too.
Okay, so this question has to do, first of all, if you haven't seen the Gabon movie with Gokaiger, you should probably watch it. But this movie has to do, this question has to do with Gabon. Could you stop flipping your thing, Nightshade?
Sorry, I'm really bored.
That's cool. Anyways, the question is, the actor who played Gavon first was a suit actor for their Super Sentai. Which Super Sentai was the first one he was a suit actor in, and which Ranger was he the suit actor for? Send your answers to tokusatsucorner@gmail.com, and please include your username that you'd like to be referred to as, and try to put in the title of the email question answer or trivia answer.
And with that, we've reached the end of the show. And another show went by, and would have went smoother if my power didn't go out, but hey, these things happen. And we'd like to thank you for joining us here at the Tokusatsu Corner, your 40-minute to now possibly 2-hour dose of Tokusatsu.
I hope not. I can't do this again.
Tune in next week because it's going to be special, because we are going to be talking about Kaisuko Sentai Gokaiger vs. Space Sheriff Gavon, the movie.
Yes.
And
I can't wait.
And the week after that we have we have a new segment planned, but you'll just have to tune in to find out. And anyway, for the Tokusatsu Corner, I'm Nathan Graves 989.
I'm Nightshade.
And I'm Zeromaster.
And we'll see you next time.